Thank you. What's happening?
Congrats,
Joy,
Rob.
hi. Thank you. Colin, thank you very much. I'm very, very proud. The National Association of Black Journalists is an excellent organization I've been a part of since 1988. And it's the Sports Task Force, which is the sports department of the organization. And they named me Journalist of the Year. The convention this year will be held in Detroit, so it's a perfect place for me to get this award on August 3rd. So it's great.
They clearly have not heard your comments on LeBron.
That's why I won. Who else is more honest and unbiased than yours truly?
So let me guess. The pizza situation's LeBron's fault.
Yes, LeBron James. Again, here's another time where LeBron is dumping on the fans. Don't tweet out that, I haven't been to a pizza party in a long time, Culver City, hint, hint, and then be a no-show. You got people there, Colin, with their kids. It's 100 degrees, and they're standing there for 4 hours for a lousy pizza with a little bit of cheese and sauce on it. I'm serious.
Come on, you're taking shots at his pizza chain now?
Yes, because it's not right.
Now, Joey,
look at all these people waiting out there in the heat.
Joey, give me your strong opinion on this. Were you bothered by it?
I don't think he should have tweeted the location. I think that was a bit misleading, if I'm being completely honest. Now, I would never believe that LeBron would show up there at all. I would actually have been impressed on a high level if he was to show up there, because it's not a safe thing for him to do, to just walk in there. Like, LeBron is not a small person, but there's hundreds of people there. It would have been chaos.
It would have been a security issue.
I don't have a problem with him tweeting about it. I wish he had been more clear that he specifically wasn't going to be there. He was just encouraging people to go get free pizza.
Do you believe, Rob, LeBron just wanted to kind of troll people?
Yes, he tried to get people to feel like, I better show up there. Let's see what kind of crowd we'll get, what kind of situation, scene what'll be out there, because I just told people, of all places, Culver City. Maybe if he would have put Bakersfield, we would know he's not going to Bakersfield, right?
So you believe that Culver City's closest to his home.
Absolutely.
And it is actually the closest one to his house.
So he was kind of pulling everybody's leg, and then it's worse. His wife is going to put on Instagram or whatever, or Twitter, a picture of him in the pool chilling. So he wasn't like he was busy or had something else to do. He just basically was enjoying himself and had no idea or notion of going out there to see the fans.
I heard you don't want to give Magic Johnson any credit.
I didn't say any credit.
Hour early for the interview.
All I'm saying is LeBron was coming to L.A. You know it. Everybody knows it.
If everybody knew it, let me ask you this. If everybody knew it, how come every time, Joy is my witness a couple of times, I put up LeBronzo? He's not going to L.A. There's no way he's going to. Everybody now has revisionist history. Greg Toohey, John Goulet, you were with me for the entire year. Every time I suggested, I think L.A. is the leader in the clubhouse, I got nothing from pushback.
But you know why?
Why?
Because the difference was, this is a different LeBron who normally will not go somewhere unless the deck is stacked for him. So you might have said that, LeBronzo and all this other stuff about him being the leader in the clubhouse, but if you were basing it on basketball, your last 4 years trying to win championships, the Lakers shouldn't be in the conversation because they don't have that team put together. But nobody thought it was about his kid and he just wants to live in L.A., and that's what it's more about, because you don't see LeBron come into a situation blindly going, well, I hope they'll get the other pieces. The pieces always are usually in part. And the perfect example was when he went back to Cleveland and he wrote that letter to the fans. Remember what was in that letter? He talked about coming back and didn't even mention Wiggins in the letter, who was the #1 overall pick. He didn't even mention playing with him. You know why? Because they had a deal for Kevin Love that was going to happen. So he had the deck stacked. He already knew what was coming. That's LeBron. That's the usual LeBron. Now, the only thing I will say this, if Magic doesn't get him, he would get blamed. So you got to give Magic some credit, because
he'd get clobbered if he didn't get him.
If he didn't get him, it's the same reason like why he drafted Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball's in your backyard, right, playing at UCLA.
Right.
If you don't draft him and he goes somewhere else and is a big star, you get killed.
Yeah.
That this guy is a local in your backyard playing, and you didn't scout him enough to know he was going to be a star.
Rob, but, I mean, doesn't LeBron deserve some credit from you then, since you don't believe that this team is stacked?
Yeah.
That he went
This is
somewhere
different.
That he had...
Yes, I'm shocked. It just tells me LeBron's out of the championship business.
Oh, here we go.
I'm serious.
By the way, you weren't. Don't say no one said that LeBron wasn't coming here. Colin's been saying it for a year. I've been saying that he was going to come here because it's the only place that made sense.
Did it from a basketball standpoint that he's trying to win
But you're not giving him
championship?
credit for going somewhere and trying to win a championship without it being
I don't think
sacked.
he's trying to win, though. Not with this roster.
Oh, really? You think he's coming here thinking they're going to be Sacramento?
He already gave up one the first year. Are they beating the Warriors, Colin, right here, right now?
By the way,
Are they going to beat them, yes or
there's
no?
only one team in the league with a chance to beat them, the Celtics. Houston's out of that business, too.
They're not winning. But I'm saying LeBron's coming here. Here we are, year 16. He's throwing away, chucking a year away.
Well, by the way, again, Starbucks started in 1971. They didn't go big till 1985. Amazon started selling books. 26 years later, they run the world. Nothing happened. By the way, Golden State, it took 4 years for Steph Curry to be Steph Curry. This idea that LeBron's going to show up in L.A. in rainbows and pots of gold and bird. Let's say at the All-Star break they trade 1 year Lance, 1 year Rondo, 1 year JaVale, and get a Kawhi Leonard.
But it doesn't work like that, Colin. This is the only thing is LeBron is he's long in the tooth. He doesn't have 8 years to build out a...
He's got 4.
No, he doesn't. And I'll tell you this. You think he's going to be as good as he is now 4 years from now?
No,
or 3 years? It's a 2-year window, Colin. 2 years, mark my words.
He was easily the best player in the league.
Father Time is undefeated.
Tom Brady's 40 and still the best quarterback.
And did you see what happened in the Super Bowl? He couldn't hold on to the ball with 2 minutes to go.
500 yards in the Super Bowl.
Who was the GOAT in that game? Tom Brady. He fumbled with the game on the line. 500
yards. He was the dominant performer. But this is another thing. This is where I think the media, because the media is not in great. I work out every day. And I'm not in great shape, but I work out every day. Okay, a lot of the media don't. They don't understand what's available on the market. I'm 54. I'm in better shape now than when I was 44. And I'm not even an athlete.
I feel the same way.
Okay.
I do.
LeBron's 33. He is now, if you look at how, I always say this with Tom, 41 is the new 36.
Yeah, but that's not in NBA years. LeBron has put a lot of time and minutes, and it catches up to everybody.
And he's never been a McDonald's guy. He's never been a fast food guy. He grew up in the nutrition era. He eats right. He's not a big drinker.
Did you see Peyton Manning at the end of his career as the Tin Man?
Okay.
Who was broken down?
But Peyton had injuries his whole career. LeBron's never had one injury.
Yeah,
he is 33 going on 29.
I'm going to tell you, if LeBron had a chance to win a championship in L.A., it had to be the first 2 years, not the last 2. So I'm going to tell you, if he doesn't get it done in the first 2 years, he will not, N-O-T, Colin Cowherd, get it done. Basketball doesn't work like that.
Okay, by the way. In Miami, he won in year 2. In Cleveland, he won in year 2.
This is the end of the road.
In L.A., he's going to win in year 2. By the way, this is another thing that's crazy. Kyle Kuzma as a rookie was 16-6. Significantly better than Kawhi and Paul George as a rookie. Kuzma's going to be a 21-point-a-game guy this year. Minimum. Brandon Ingram went from 9 points to 16.5. He's going to be a 20-point game.
Are they getting knocked out in the first round or second round? Pick your round.
They're going to be in the Western Conference Finals.
I'll bet you whatever. I owe you a dinner. What do we want to do? Let's pick the best restaurant. Double or nothing.
Okay, Blaze Pizza on Culver City.
Blaze Pizza, no. Only if I can order extra cheese and sauce on mine.
Okay, Journalist of the Year. Can you explain something to me? Is that we celebrate Serena. She's amazing. Only 8 countries have won the World Cup. We celebrate them. We celebrate Brazil, Germany, Argentina. We celebrate Nick Saban. We celebrate Roger Federer. We celebrate UConn women's basketball. The college football numbers have come out today, the odds for winning, and it's the same teams that 30 years ago were favored to win their division. Ohio State, Michigan, Oklahoma, Texas, USC, Washington, Bama, Georgia, Clemson, Miami. Yet we resent the Warriors dynasty. We celebrate Showtime Lakers, Shaq and Kobe. By the way, not in Detroit where you're from, but the rest of the country loved Michael Jordan's Bulls. Loved them. They were the Beatles.
No doubt about it.
Why do we resent the Warriors?
Because this is the difference. College football, which you just have up there, yes, this has always been college football. It's never changed. Queens College never won the national championship in college football. Not that they have a football team. But my point is, it's always been those schools, right? Even in the Big Ten, the old days with Ohio State and Michigan, it used to be called the Big Two and the Little Eight, right? That's what it was called. So because they had no chance to win. It was the same schools over and over. People are conditioned to that. The NBA, this is different. This is a different NBA. Never before, Colin, before this stretch of 4 years in a row with Cleveland and Golden State, we have never had where the same two teams met more than twice in a row. So, yes, there was the Lakers and Boston and all these other teams, but it was never 4 years in a row, 2 years in a row at the max. So there were other teams in the mix. Same thing. If Golden State goes to the finals, which I don't know how they can't go to the finals right this year, that'll be 5 years in a row. It hasn't happened since the Celtics in the 50s and 60s. This hasn't happened before. In the 70s in the NBA, 8 out of 9 years, you had different champions. And I'm not saying it was the greatest era of the NBA, but other teams won. Portland won a championship. Seattle won a championship. I could go on and on and on.
By the way, you know who has the best roster in baseball and the best young stars and is favored to win the World Series? Oh, that team that's got 28 World Series, the Yankees. We're celebrating that.
But they haven't won. How many championships have they won in the last? They've won 2 championships in the last 18 years.
When they were in the 90s, 98, 99, 2000, are you kidding me? Networks were fawning over them. Fans, I used to be a Mariner fan. If the Yankees came to town, the attendance doubled. We celebrated the Yankees. We celebrate Alabama. We celebrate UConn women. We celebrated Usain Bolt. We're in awe of him. We're in awe of Michael Phelps. We're in awe of Federer.
But this is totally different. Where
it's greatness.
The regular season is pointless, almost meaningless. I mean, Charles Barkley's always said it's almost unwatchable when you know what's going to happen. I didn't know the Yankees was going to win every year, did you?
I knew Michael was, and
No, you didn't know he was going to win. You knew for sure he was going to win every year.
He was a 6-time favorite in the final.
Yeah, but you didn't know he was going to win every year. The Knicks had him down one year, 2-0-2.
The Knicks had him down with a bunch of guys.
Indiana had him down. Right?
Rick Smits had him in trouble. Come on, I'm taking away that Journalist of the Year thing from you. It's outrageous. Oh, but one more question. I'm going to give you 1 minute.
Okay.
Lonzo Ball Rondo, work or not work?
Disaster in the making.
Oh, come on.
It is. Because Rondo's not that guy. You think he's here to mentor Lonzo?
He's not a mentor.
He's not. And that's not what is good. He is a competitor.
Yeah.
He's going to want to play. And Lonzo, all it means is he's better bring his A game this season. Because if he shoots 45% from the free throw line and can hit the side of a barn from three-point land, he's going to be in trouble. Rondo can play. You saw him in the playoffs this past year.
No. He had a very good playoff series.
Playoff Rondo is a good player, and he's a really competitive guy. All I'm saying is hopefully it'll light a fire because Lonzo so far in his early NBA career, I've told you this before, was not box office. He was straight to DVD. That's what he was.
Look at Joy. See? Yeah, I come on, and I'm really nice, and I call you the Journalist of the Year, and this is what I get from you.
I like it. I like when Rob comes on. He makes me feel like I'm not crazy.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.